in careerdevelopmentplan.net, we offer the foolproof career maker system, which takes people in their midlife career change, like I've done myself and many others around me, from the perceived box on limitations, right through to a successful place where we see typical 20 to 30% increases, and we see big moves towards doing work they enjoy with confidence. And that is what we would like to see for everybody, since I had a privilege to live there for almost 25 years now. If we then just take a brief look at what drives these career changes, we can see that we have created a list, and we ask you to please, would you consider each item on the list below and start on the road to your successful midlife career change. Let us just briefly look, should you not find your reason, which is possible, for your midlife career change in the list below, please help us to help you and others by posting a comment about it, and we would love to address the reason with a specific answer as soon as practical or possible. We hope that your change process could start with understanding and defining these reasons, what we call triggers, driving the need for midlife career change, in order to identify and design a solution that best fits your unique solution and in your situation. We've been coaching people through midlife career changes successfully for the past 30 years in our multi-million-dollar companies we were privileged to build, then professional coaching, pro bono work at university, schools, and in communities. The process is now really foolproof. In Career Maker systems, we see it as a bridge for people to move from triggers of discomfort and perceptions or interpretations, that thing of being behind the glass plate. They then identify and take the right actions, and they never stop moving again forever. We've now got people we've coached for over 30 years, and it never stops. The solution will be your identified choice of the best work, job, company, industry to build your ideal, enjoyable career where you never have to feel you really work very hard a day in your life, yet you add great value with great income. That's the goal. We found 3 types, main categories of changes. The ones that are so urgent they burn, the ones that are just getting warm, I want to change, and then the ones that we can see they're going to get warm in the future, but change will be good. So let us start with urgent change. This typically comes from companies that downsize, industries that change. The key thing is the job may disappear very soon. I better make a plan before it gets too urgent. Then I had enough of this job. My job sucks, or that's what we often think. I often found that it isn't the job so much that sucks, it is the work that sucks. I had situations of people coming to me at work in my companies that says, but my husband says if I don't change this job soon, he's going to kick me out of here. When we went through the detail, they go back home, tell a different story. The next day they come back and says, the husband says, I will be a fool if I leave this job. A change in thinking. So it's often the work or the way we look that sucks, but something sucks, it's got to be changed. So if you then look at the one most often at 40, I really must earn more money right now. It typically comes from the fact many issues drives that change. However, what we find more often than not, people are responsible for a whole bunch of upcoming people. They are responsible for people seeing their life out, and even somewhat responsible for people in their current generation who's not doing so well. So the responsibilities at 40 and after 40 could be quite daunting. So if you simply want to change, is I'm not paid enough, that's often just a very simple communication problem, and I like that one because it's the quickest to address. People frustrate me, it can be for many reasons. Often we find looking at things a bit differently solves the problem, but very often it is gone so far that changing company, or at least changing the vision in a company, is practical. Where people sit under the circumstance, these are lots of things we call under the circumstance. Mostly they just realize they are not happy. The travel bugs them, the workplace bugs them, the industry bugs them. There's so many possibilities, but they just feel they carry a very heavy weight. And to get rid of that weight could be, again, a number of ways. Change company may be necessary, but often it is just a change in perception and looking at things differently. If you then look at the people who are really happy in their job and career and industry, but they just need more challenges, those are also, again, a very straightforward process, typically under a few months. And that typically leads to a 20-30% salary increase in 18 months, making the change, communicating properly with a proper plan. The natural change, it's just a restless feeling, I can do better, I can do more. The other one is that the job has become too easy. It's repetitive, and repetitive is never good for us, because we always say repetitive is like a groove very easily. And there's an old adage that says the difference between a groove and a grave is just the depth. It's like I'm not alive anymore. And you need to change that. You need to get out of the groove. And again, it is simply a process that follows the same similar steps as the others. In each of these cases, the solution consists normally of 3 broad steps. We apply each of them for change, growth, issues, etc. And it's to one way or another identify the root causes, prepare a lot of information and facts, and think of possible alternative solutions, communicate that with the right people, and wow, it is fantastic, because we find that when a man arrives with this clear insight, clear plan, they are never refused. 6 years ago at Northwest University in South Africa, they couldn't find work in industry for students for practical. Now 700 students find their own work for practical, simply because they know where they're going, they know why they want it, they know they can say why and what about a company, why and what about an industry, and they talk to the right people. And what is so exciting, about a third of them get jobs at companies that didn't even have a position, because when they meet this enthusiastic, sorted out person, they make a job for him. So if you look at this, I would like to then say that career change can be an exciting experience. The Career Maker system make it so clear, so easy. It's not always quick, but it's always clear and always easy. We call it the secure and safe way towards your ideal work, career, job, company, and industry. I really hope you will make your choice, and I hope that you will identify one of the items on the list below, or please communicate with us to challenge us to see whether we can answer the same story. But one of the videos on the list below, I hope, will encourage you to stay in the process and complete the process. Thank you very much.